Welcome to No Small Roles. This is the show where I speak with fellow actors about their careers and about some of their smaller roles in big movies and TV and commercials, and how these roles are in fact not at all small for the actors who play them. Now, today's guest is a very talented LA-based actress who I see at least once a week at my local cinema here in Connecticut, yet we've never met. Everyone, please welcome Ashley Parchment. Did I say that right? Parchment?
Yes,
Parchment.
like the paper, yeah.
Like the paper, like Papple in your Instagram.
Exactly. Thank you for getting that.
Of course. Nice to meet you.
Yes, thanks for having
this.
me. Yes.
Of course. Now, I like to break the ice with a very, I hope you don't mind, with sort of a personal question.
Sure.
Can make some people a little bit emotional, but should we just go for it?
Let's go for it.
Okay. Do you prefer grilled cheese with or without tomato?
Without tomato.
Always?
Classic. Have you been to the chain called The Melt? I don't know if it's in Connecticut. I'll send you a link.
So. Okay.
But they have great grilled cheese because they put like macaroni on some, they put steak on some. They have like a variety of options, and it's really...
But that's messing with a grilled cheese.
As would a tomato be. So it's either all or nothing.
Okay. I'd be tempted by that.
Original or like really go for it. Don't just be like a tomato. No, original or like impress me. Tomato.
Put a steak on there.
Yeah.
Can you get like cotton candy or something on there? I don't know.
That'd be gross. I'm sure somebody's doing it at some state fair somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. Is that an LA thing, or is that like because I did see on IMDb you were originally from Florida.
Yes, I'm a little Miami baby. Yeah, let me actually Google The Melt location.
The Melt. No pressure. I'm not going to go right now. But
right now.
Okay, I'm going. Bye.
Bye. So much for this call. I've never saw it in Florida. It's a LA discovery when I came on the DoorDash, and then I was like, oh, what's this? And then
I left LA in like 2005, so I don't think it was there back then.
Okay, so it's a new chain. They come and go, but hopefully it stays.
Okay, maybe I'll move back to LA just for that.
Just for that.
So clearly, you are a very smart person. I've seen you wear glasses from time to time. You left Florida, so you're very intelligent. So if you're that intelligent, why are you an actor?
Oh my goodness. Why am I an actor? I feel like everyone's origin story of like, what made you start acting? I feel like I can actually, some people like, I don't know, I can pinpoint it. It was like when I was in first grade. I don't know why I was watching this. The two movies that made me want to act was I Am Sam with Sean Penn.
Oh, I loved that movie at the time.
Yeah. And
in Century City. Sorry.
And yeah, no, you're good. I'm like, yeah. And Gladiator with Russell Crowe. And I don't know how I was watching that in first grade, but they're both like back to back 2000, 2001. I think it was just like the first, I have like Jamaican immigrant parents. So we weren't allowed to, me and my sister weren't allowed to like cry over anything. Cause they're like, you have shelter, you have food, you have an education. Like we worked really hard to
be grateful,
make sure that you were born here. So I was like taught very early on not to cry because I should be so grateful 24/7. And so when I saw those movies, I was like, oh, what is this emotion? What is this? And so I was like, because when I was watching other movies at that time as a first grader, I wouldn't really cry. Even like I would see like classmates cry during movies. Maybe they were child friendly. So maybe this first adult movies, I was like,
I Am Sam was pretty moving at the time. I haven't gone back and rewatched it since.
I can't. I'm like, that's a dosage once every 10 years. I can't do that movie too often. But that's why I wanted to start acting, because I was like, whoa, I didn't know what it was, with immigrant parents. I didn't know what the entertainment industry was, but I was just like, this is not real. I feel like it's real. How can I do this? And I was also drawing and everything. I was always creative, but also told to just focus on the academics. So I wasn't able to do acting until I moved here.
Did you try, when watching those movies though, did you try to contain the tears? So you're like, no one see me. There's something going on.
So other movies didn't affect me. Other sad movies I never cried at growing up. And it was the first two that I was like, I think my mom was at work, and like I don't know how I remember having them on DVD. I don't know. I don't know if I watched it
First grade
on
Gladiator.
cable.
Wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think I was processing, some childhood trauma that I didn't know at the time in my little
Yeah.
first grader brain. But I was like, emotions. So
Oh,
I was home watching them alone on DVD. So I was crying full out,
I
crying like,
respect that.
what is this?
But
But
you said you had to focus on academics more so and kind of like grateful for everything you have. And what were you kind of
yeah, I
focusing
wasn't
on?
able to act at all. So I didn't start acting until I got here in
Did
LA.
you know it was a thing
No.
other than that first emotion?
No, I didn't know it was a thing. Yeah, I literally my life. So I had perfect attendance in elementary, middle school, high school. That's how serious it was. Like,
Wow.
so it was just like wake up, go
I
to
did not.
school, do a sport, do a sport, come home, do homework, and repeat. Like that was really my life, 0 through 18. It was just like school, sport, homework, repeat, school, sport. Like
Did you enjoy
um,
that? Like
I
it's just what you
think
did.
I think it was half and half. Half enjoy it because you're like, oh, my hard work, I can see results. Oh, I studied,
Sure.
here are my grades. And also, like, it's an expectation. As
Yeah.
anyone who has immigrant parents. So it was like 50% like, oh, my hard work is paying off, but also 50% like, I have to make them proud for coming here and starting anew. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I wasn't able to do it. And then I got uh, into college. And then after college, I was like, it's time to live my life. I'm going to
What
go to
did you
LA.
study? What'd you study
I
in college
studied
though?
hospitality and tourism management. I
My
wanted to be a
grandparents wanted me to do that. I didn't do it, but
You'd be great. I mean, I don't feel like you need a degree for that. I feel like experience
yeah, I
and
don't
just
know.
being a good person. I,
Yeah, I
I wanted,
agree.
yeah, I had many interests, but that's kind of like where I landed after coming to LA. I worked in hotels and such. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you knew because you did go to LA, you must have been
Yeah.
pursuing something.
Yeah, no, I knew after like once I got into like high school, junior, senior in high school, I was like, what is this? So I tried to start modeling. I was like modeling with whoever would shoot me, like hiding
Yeah.
it from my mom that like, oh, I'm going to a friend's house and then shooting because obviously they didn't want
Yeah.
me doing this. And then in college, I was like doing college things and I was like, "Ah, my parents are just going to expect me to get a bachelor's and a master's and then like I'm never going to be able to do this." And I talked to them on 3 separate occasions before
Yeah.
I went to college. I was like, can I take a gap year and try modeling at first, at least here in Miami, so it's not like drastic move or anything like I see.
Hmm.
They're like, no. After my first year in college, I was like, can I try acting for real now, like take a gap year? No. After the second year and I got my associates, I was like, can I please try now? No. So I was like, oh, there's never going to be a time that they're gonna accept this.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, pack my bags from my college apartment and drove the 3,000 miles. Yeah.
It's not a bad drive. It's a good drive.
Just a 36-hour drive. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah.
Um, so you knew you're going to LA though to
Yeah.
somewhat pursue these
I
things that
wanted
you
to,
hadn't really done yet.
yeah, I knew nothing. I mean, like nothing, nothing. So I was like, I'll start with modeling first because that seems more doable. It was like building my portfolio as I drove along. So I shot in Florida and then I shot in
Oh,
Atlanta. Then I
really?
shot like, so I was like, I'll have such a interesting book because I'm shooting with not local you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I was like, let me start with modeling first, try to like, get my bearings with that, grow a network, and then I'll learn about acting. But
Yeah.
at this time, I don't even know if it's really like changed much as body diversity. At this time, uh, when you went into a high fashion modeling agency, there was like 50 European models, one token black girl, one token Asian
I'm
girl, one token
sure.
Latina. And this is over 10 years ago. So it's for sure, for sure.
Oh, for sure, for
So,
sure. Yeah.
so I was like starving myself, not because I thought I was fat, just because I knew what the measurements were to be a model,
Yes.
doing excessive cardio, spending thousands of dollars on like, oh, okay, Ian's with Wilhelmina. I'm going to shoot with the photographers that Ian is, shooting with, like being very
Yeah.
intentional. And there was like 20 different agencies, and for 2 years I would go in there, they'd say no. I'd try to like reshoot 3 months, they say no. They always told me I was too commercial or they were not interested. And one agent, he was a black guy, one agent was like, "Oh, I believe in you. Maybe we can develop you." And it was at Wilhelmina, and I'll always remember this. It was all glass, like meeting rooms. So I could see him go talk to the other agents, and they
Yeah.
just looked at me like, "No." So I was
Oh,
like, "Okay." So that was 2 years of
ow.
just modeling, trying to model. No one was interested in me, and when I look back, I was so thin, like so for
Yeah.
5'9", like it's not okay. I mean, some models today
Unhealthy.
are still, yeah, they're
Yeah.
unwell. Just for anyone who's
Yeah, I'm
curious,
sure.
they're unwell. So I remember going to like I don't know if it's like a friend's party, just kind of sitting there like, oh, my hard work that I've done in school and seeing results isn't working. Like I'm working hard by staying in shape and
Yeah.
shooting with particular fall, doing all the
So you
things
were
and
applying that element. That was
yeah,
good for that,
yeah, but it was
but
like
it wasn't
it
paying
was
off.
devastating. It was like a shift of like, oh, hard work isn't equating to getting
To this
reps
business.
here. Yeah, and then even
Yeah.
more so once I started pursuing acting, I was like, what's happening? Um,
Yeah.
so a friend was with a commercial agent at this party, and she's like, "Oh, you should like audition for this agent." And I was like, "I don't know anything about commercials," but I was like, "What am I supposed to do? Either like get a corporate job that I hate and tell my parents they were right, or audition for this agency." Um,
Mhm.
so never, I didn't know anything about commercials. You it's a smart agency. A lot of them you don't have to audition for, which I would want to see someone audition for me if I was repping them. So it was actually really smart.
Sure.
So I auditioned. I don't know if it was like some sort of spaghetti product, and then if they like you, you come to a callback and you do another
Hmm.
audition. And I was just being my quirky self, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll rep you." And like my first audition, I went out with them was for Toyota, and I booked it, and I
Oh
didn't know
wow.
how. Like you know what I mean? Now I'm like teaching
Yeah. You're like,
commercials
what
after
did I
10 years
do?
later. I was like, I was just myself. Like I was like,
That's the
what?
key.
You said it. You said it. So yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, huh. I was like, I guess I should pursue acting. I was like, yeah, I can eat a normal diet and
So was
exercise.
modeling done at that point? Were
Done.
you like, okay,
For me, it was
that's
done because that was 2 years of like truly like I was 5'9" and I was like 110 pounds. That's not
so now you're
okay.
much shorter?
Right. Now I'm much shorter.
Okay.
No, now I'm like what my BMI is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Um,
You're healthy.
yeah.
Good.
And that is maybe obtainable when you're like early 20s because you're still like, prepubescent almost. So I'm like, that's a little more
Hmm.
attainable. But for people like now in adulthood who are holding that weight, like I know some models like that, they're like liquid diet, salad, Pilates,
That
running
sucks.
sucks. It's like 24-hour
Especially in
maintenance.
LA with all the great Mexican food.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
lost 40 pounds when I left LA. It was
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it was done because I was just like, okay, so I'm not the right, you have your token black girl. And
Hmm.
so then I already have less opportunities to be, I mean, just in general, to be signed. And then I was just like, oh, commercials, I can be myself and I can
Yeah.
eat a diet and I can exercise normally. Okay, let me try to figure out what commercials are. And so, yeah, I left modeling in the
Modeling
past.
and became a commercial
So
actor.
actor.
Now,
A
before we
product selling
continue,
products. Yes.
that's good because you can make a lot of money doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So before we continue, we have this segment which I
Yes.
warned you about, the kiss and tell segment, where people tell a behind the scenes story of something good, bad, or ugly.
Sure.
In
Yeah.
one word, can you tease your kiss and
Can
tell?
I tease? I'll say
I've got my pen
food.
ready. Food. Okay, that
Yeah.
goes sort of back to what we were maybe.
Yeah. Hey, let's do a callback.
All right, all right, we got food.
Food.
Okay, so you got Toyota. Do
Right.
you join the union at this point? Are you working non-union? What's the deal?
Crazy. Ian, great. God, it's kind of
Tell
crazy. I
me.
didn't know what the union was because, of course, I was focusing on just modeling first, thought I would be established and then take the time to learn about acting. But then I was kind of
Yeah.
just thrown into it. That Toyota commercial was a SAG commercial. So I was automatically SAG eligible. Did not
Oh,
know what that meant.
Well, that means good things when it has
Yes.
residuals like that.
I had no idea. Yeah, I didn't know like people were doing background work for like months or years trying to get these 3 vouchers, trying to be set when I just like
Yes.
was like, hello? Yeah.
People hate people like you.
I know.
No
I
offense.
know.
I
I
don't. I like
know.
you. Okay.
I know. Yeah, when I was up like when I was also starting out doing background work, I'd be like, just get an agent, book a commercial. I was like, it's so much easier than trying to do this.
Real. You're like, no.
So naive. Yeah. Yeah. So I was SAG eligible for my first commercial. And
And did you realize, and not to get too personal, but did you
oh,
realize
fine.
what being in the union at that, and not that I'm anti non-union, but
Oh
did you
no, we
realize
can
what
talk about all that.
that meant financially? Like the residuals for a commercial, especially like Toyota?
I didn't know. No.
But
So
you
even just
learned
right, even just getting the day rate check, I was like, this is the most money I've ever made ever
for a
and in
day's
one
work.
day. Yes, I was like, whoa. so
It's
then I just kind of started taking like improv classes cuz and like commercial classes to be like because I was like I felt like for the first year I was signed, I didn't take any classes. I was like fumbling my way and kind of booking sporadically and then I was like there has to be a
yeah.
tactic to this. Like this isn't just luck. Of course, I was like let me start taking
It's a
improv
mix of everything, isn't it? A
in
little bit of
commercial.
luck. Yeah.
A little bit
Well,
of
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. But when do you realize? Because I understand that you are now part of the UCB. What is it? The house team.
Yeah, house teams,
How
yeah.
did you realize that you wanted? How did you find the improv comedy world?
I feel like anytime I guess the universe is like, you can't give up. Anytime that I'm like, am I supposed to keep doing this? Like the time where I was like not being able to model and thinking like, what am I
Yeah.
supposed to do? And then a friend was like, audition for commercials. So I took UCB like 10 years ago, but only for commercials, not to like I didn't even know because I didn't know. I mean, I knew nothing about the industry. So I didn't do this
Yeah.
to become a comedian or pursue comedy. I didn't even know you
Hmm.
could do that. I thought everybody has an agent, you get an audition, and that's
Yeah.
that. I didn't know you could like pursue comedy. So I only took the classes at UCB, like the whole 4 levels for commercials because my agent was like,
Okay.
oh, they love improv. Like if they see improv on your resume from UCB or Groundlings, like it's easier for me to pitch you to then get auditions. So like over 10 years ago, I took the 4 classes
And it's
and
directly commercial related. These classes, like it is meant to form you for commercial improv.
no,
Okay.
UCB improv classes, there's this format which I'm not a fan of called the Herald, and it
Okay.
teaches you that format, but it's still
Okay.
improv and you're still connecting and yes anding and if this is true, what else is true? So even though I'm
Okay.
not a fan of the format, it's
Yeah.
still improv. At the Groundlings, it's just regular organic improv, which I feel like is the way
I took one class there.
one
At the
class.
one, I think it was
The
like a free
expensive.
class, like you try it and then you
Right.
pay for it. I think that's what
Like
I did.
workshop thing exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so naive. Yeah, I just was like the agent was just like Groundlings for UCB, take you class improv classes there so that you are stronger in the commercial room. And I took the 4 and I never even auditioned for the teams. Again, diversity wasn't a thing. I did not really
Yeah.
see any black females. Even to this day on Groundlings wall, there's like the Groundlings, there's only one black female that's been on there my entire LA 12 years. So I was just
Really?
like, and
That's
even on
crazy.
SNL, like Ego Nodum, who comes to UCB every once in a while, she's only the 7th black female in the 51 years to be
That's
cast.
nuts. That's crazy.
So I was just like, yeah, I kind of saw that after taking the 4 classes. I was like, okay, I took the classes back to commercials.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like a few years ago. mm, When did we when did UCB open after COVID? 22, 23. I can't remember. But 22 or
Okay.
23, a friend was just like, "Oh, I'm going to audition for a house team at UCB." And I was like, "What is that again? Remind me." They're like, "Oh, like there's only auditions once a year
Mhm.
and when you get on, you get like you get a free coach, so you get coached weekly and you perform either weekly or bi-weekly. That's a sketch, so that's not improv.
Okay.
Anytime you see like props,
Oh,
like
I gotcha.
physical,
Okay.
that's sketch. And then if you don't see any props on stage, that's improv.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Or-
Like my long-winded stories. Um, yeah, so he was like, and then I was like, not knowing that like being on main stage at UCB or Groundlings is like very hard to get on, and also like looked as really credible in the eyes of casting. I think it was better, just like how I didn't know how to book a commercial and I booked my first one. I think it was better that I didn't know this. I only
Yeah.
auditioned because I was like, oh, yeah, I've been paying for all these classes. I would love to get a free class once a
Yeah.
week. Um, and so yeah,
You
the
didn't
first
realize what a big deal it was.
no, and I think that's great. So the first
Yeah.
year I auditioned for the improv team, I got on, and then I like was whiplashed into kind of like this cult following that is a get on the UCB house team. I was like, oh, 1,000 people auditioned. Oh, there was only like 30 spots. Oh, okay. So I
Wow.
was kind of like, and then
That's
that's when I was like,
huge.
he had no idea, but I think it was for the best. I treated it like a commercial
Yeah.
audition. I was like, oh, I have an audition, I have a
Just
callback,
be me.
just be me.
Hmm.
Hadn't done the Herald, and the Herald is a little complicated for someone who I hadn't done it in 10 years from the class, like from the last time I took the class. So I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna agree and support people. Um, and was able to get on. And then that's when I was like, this is the comedy world. This is how people put on shows and they do festivals and you can get seen and all this is the SNL pipeline. Then that's like I was learning
Well, that's
all
what
the
I want to ask you
things.
about too, because like
Hmm.
you said, it's the SNL pipeline. Is
Hmm.
that
No.
something you think about or not?
No. So then,
Any
after
interest?
I did the
Sorry.
improv team for a year, no, you're fine. No, I'm gonna answer. Once I did
Okay.
the improv team for a year, then I auditioned. I was like, okay, let me see what sketch is about because um, one of my friends is a writer on SNL, and I was thinking of like auditioning. There's two separate things for the sketch team. You can audition as a writer or a performer at
Yeah.
UCB, which to me doesn't make sense. At the Groundlings, you have to be both, which I think is the better route because on SNL you have to do both. So I'm like,
Yeah.
practice. Well, you have to do
Yeah,
it anyways.
exactly. Work on both. Yeah.
Work on both. So I was thinking like, oh, let me audition as a writer because I also wanted to have my own like YouTube sketch channel. So I was like, oh, this will hold me accountable to writing and working with different people. And my
Yeah.
SNL writer friend was like, no, do the performer. He was like, nobody is realizing that you didn't write it. Like they're thinking the performer's performing it, wrote it. Just be a performer.
Just
I was
focus
like,
on that. Okay.
okay. So yeah, it was a three-step process where it was like uh, for auditioning for, oh, I guess for auditioning for the improv team, you have to do the Herald twice, audition and then the callback. And then for
Okay.
the sketch, you have a 2-minute self-tape, no edits, get as many characters as you can, which is really hard because by time
That
I'm
sounds really
established,
hard.
yes, by the time I'm like establishing the game and trying to like have a beat of this unusual character, it's like 30 seconds has gone. And I'm like talking
Oh
like
my.
this. And then the second round is now you're in person, and this time you have 3 minutes, and they want to see like two characters in depth. So they're like, first round was range. Now we want to see you go in depth and really heighten.
3 minutes? Is that what you said? Did I
Hmm.
catch three? Oh my God.
Yeah, 3 minutes, like two character ish. And then the third round, you finally get paired with somebody, and there's two
Okay.
sketches, and one sketch you're unusual, and the other sketch you're the voice of reason. And yep, the same thing. First year, got on the sketch team, and I think it was also like I was gonna leave the industry, so
You
I
always
told,
hear this story. It's my
yeah,
last day. And then the thing happens.
yeah, it was like we could get into that, but yeah, I mean, at this point, it's been like 10 years for me, or 9 years, and I was just like, yeah, if I'm meant to be here, I'll make it. And
Yeah.
it's a year commitment, so I'll see what that year brings. And if I don't really feel like, because at this point, it felt like I was struggling to find the right agent that really knew me and was pitching me to things.
Yeah.
And so I made it on. Yeah, I never wanted SNL. I actually found Mad TV funnier than SNL growing up, but I never wanted SNL. And then after that experience, I definitely don't want SNL. And I know people on it. It's just like I
Yeah.
don't want to hate comedy, and it becomes really corporate when you're writing literally like 40 to 60 sketches a week just for like seven to make air. And um,
Wow.
yeah, and it's just harder for
Okay.
Black females to make it on the show. So it's like you only have like this one slot for every season to even make it. Yeah.
When did you, because obviously I think now is kind of swinging back the other way again, but when did you start to feel a swing in there being a little bit more diversity in, say, commercials and projects? Now I feel there's elements fighting against that at this point, but
Right. The removal of
yeah.
DEI. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I feel like it's a little better now, but it doesn't feel like organic, like they wanted to do it themselves. It feels like because DAI became a thing and people were speaking up. But I'm like, no, as an
Yeah.
institution, I feel like that's something you should be noticing yourself. Because
Yeah.
usually every team I've been on, I've been like the token black person on the team. It's still like seven white guys, and then there's like one Asian and maybe one black person.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't like audition for the house teams like 10 years ago when I first took the classes, because I was just like, I just want to
Because you felt,
play.
did you feel you didn't have a chance because of that?
It's always like a
Or,
smaller chance, and also that
okay.
it's like even when you do make it on, which I did for both improv and sketch, you're still feeling like you still constantly have to be proving yourself, even though you're like, I just
Uh,
beat out 1,000 people for this, but yet every show I'm still having to prove myself. And then there's also like, especially for, I mean, it translates to sketch too, but there's also like, you have to know, I don't want to say the white database of
yeah.
things they're pulling from, versus usually the white counterparts don't need to know any ethnic like a
That's,
database of things.
yeah.
If that makes sense. Like
It
I have
totally, it's,
immigrant parents.
of course, no, and it's obviously something as middle-aged white guy, it's not something I guess I've had to think about. So it's
Yeah.
interesting to hear
Yeah.
that perspective and think about what else is on top of what the rest of us have to do that you have to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, because yeah, it's also one being like mixed and light skin. It's one like, oh, not being black enough and not being white enough. And then also I wasn't raised by Americans. I was raised by
Mhm.
Jamaicans. So then it's like learning even black references, when there's like black improviser shows. So it's like I didn't grow up
Sure.
watching Friends and like, Seinfeld and stuff. And sometimes people pull that from that. And I didn't
Yeah.
watch like, certain black movies, or I didn't have collard greens and fried chicken. I was like, I had aki salt. So it's like, then like when you're trying to yes and to something that you've never,
You have no
watched,
perspective on. Yes.
you're like, you're trying to make it
Mhm.
work. Yet other people don't have to learn. So it was a lot. It was like, and then in terms of sketch, my humor is very dark humor. I feel like very like Fleabag UK kind of vibes.
Mhm.
And on those stages, sometimes you can't get as dark as you would like. So I was like,
Do
I think
people
I'm
not
good.
want it, or the people that you're performing opposite do not really get where you're going with the dark
For
stuff?
for the sketch, at least, it's usually the people in charge that are like,
Play it
no,
safe.
you
Okay.
know. And it's also when the audience is still 95% white as well. It's like, will they even get references that
Yeah.
I'm talking about? So I was just like, yeah, I know there's people who really are like die hard trying to be on SNL. And I was like, if they asked me to audition, I would send in a tape, but I'm not like going out of my way to pursue that. I'd
Yeah.
rather write and cast my sketches and put them on YouTube. you know?
What if Lorne Michaels discovers you the same way I did, and he's like, "I would love you to be on SNL. You don't have to audition. Would you do it?"
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it's not that you wouldn't do it. It's just you. It's not the thing.
It's never been a goal. And
Okay.
being on the sketch team, I was like, oh, it really isn't a goal. I was like, if this is
Yeah.
what SNL is going to be times 1,000, I'm okay.
I
I want to be on.
recently
I want to be on a
worked.
sitcom. like,
Yeah. No, that would be
yeah,
lovely. And then I
yeah,
guess a lot of the responsibilities not on you. Just come in, do your thing, and you're out.
yeah. I do believe in quality, and when there's like 1,000 things you're focusing on, I feel like something is going to suffer.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather just I want to be actor in sitcom. Like writer tell me, director tell me, versus like we got to come up with 60 sketches and only 8 can make it. And then if like
That's
uh, a new
crazy.
topic happens tomorrow, that means Ian's sketch is scratched because we have to talk about this thing in the news that just happened. So yeah.
So I saw that you have something called It Takes a Universe. Can you tell us
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. Sorry if I'm talking so long.
No, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you. And I want to talk about the other thing, the reason I
Yes,
see you every
yes. I'll
week.
try to
But
like squeeze the answers
no,
down.
no, we're good. There's no rush.
Okay. Yeah, it takes universe. So yeah, this was like a COVID baby, I guess. I was just
Okay.
like, yeah, feeling kind of like the lack of diversity just in the world, but I guess in the entertainment industry, but also like I
Yeah.
love interviews like as well. So I remember like just watching a bunch of interviews on the YouTubes and I was like, huh, a lot of these are like now they're having like roundtables with directors and such, but
Yeah.
before that it was really just actors um and maybe other than Zendaya, there's really no one I feel like that's in my category that's up there.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, I would like to interview artists of color from all aspects of the industry because what if somebody is trying to be an aspiring makeup artist like Renee Louise, who does like Quinta Brunson's makeup and such? I was like, I don't really see any interviews with like makeup artists. I was like, or what if someone's
Yeah.
trying to be a hairstylist or a writer or a producer? So I was just like, I
Mhm.
haven't seen a channel that's interviewing everybody in the entertainment industry and specifically POC because we're already
Yeah.
the minority. I mean, like when I get on set for a commercial, I mean, the crew is just, why God, if I get a female director, I'm like, whoa. So I was just like, I feel like that's something that's needed.
Yeah.
So it comes from the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. So
Hmm.
everybody in the industry is a star, trying to pursue their dreams. And then together as a community, we're a universe. So I feel like it helps, takes the
That's so
support of
nice.
others for us to succeed. So it takes the universe to raise a star. So yeah, it was pretty much that. I was like, I want to interview people of color in the industry from all aspects, front of camera, back of camera, so that hopefully anybody pursuing anything in this industry can come in from the playlist and be like, oh, I do want to be a music video producer, or I do want to be a writer for NBC, or I do want to act.
And they
And
kind of learn about these journeys from these interviews that
yeah, from
you
people
do.
who look like them or at least have
Yeah.
similar obstacles where just statistically you are having less chances
Yeah.
for yourself. And yeah, talking about systemic racism is a thing. Like I've talked to
Sure.
some casting directors that are like, yeah, the DEI helps, but it's not from certain offices wanted. It's just like they have to. So I was just like, yeah, let me just have a playlist here talking to people of like, yeah, how was it for you? Like my friend Drew Singh was like the only an Indian guy on a house team at UCB for
Yeah.
years. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
how did you then get on good trouble? Like how, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, I want that to be acknowledged that yeah, there are less opportunities for us to make it. So if somebody does make it, I'm like, how did you do it? How'd you get your agent? How like how'd you keep
Do you,
going? So yeah.
do you find that people have discovered your It Takes a Universe? Like, have
I
people
feel like
commented like, "Oh, thank you for this thing"?
yeah, I feel like, YouTubers, small YouTubers that we are. I feel that it really depends on the person. I don't think my channel is like known to the world. Because I only have it on YouTube.
I
I
get
don't
it.
know if you have it on like Spotify or Apple Music, or I don't know if you do that as well, but it
Yeah,
really
no, we're
depends on
just
the
YouTube.
person. Just YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the three best interviews I have, a world that I'm not familiar with is like Dungeons and Dragons, people who are on Dimension 20 on like College Dropout. So it's like Lou Wilson, Abria Iyengar, Erika Ishii. Like those are my top three because the fan bases of those three are like
Okay.
huge. So people comment on
Yeah.
those like, "Oh, thank you for this interview. I didn't know this about this person." Um, but for like, other up and coming people, like it's not, I feel like not yet discovered, not as
Yeah.
popular. Like sometimes they do good, but I think it is people with like built-in fan bases that are
But
usually
it's nice to know
commenting.
it's there, and I'm sure people will
Yeah,
stumble across it. I
one
guess it
day.
matters. Is it the hashtags? Who knows? I don't know how it all works. I just
Yeah,
do this
one
for fun.
day. Yes, yes.
So
No, one
is
day.
the paper pals, is that a part of that?
So you just, yeah, it's so funny. You just are talking to me now as I just merged the channels. So one channel was It Takes the Universe. with the
Okay.
podcast, and then the other one was the Paper Pals comedy, which was my sketches.
I tried to find it and I didn't know where to find it.
Oh,
The Paper
interesting.
Pals. Yeah.
It's
But it
on my
seemed to be a whole
YouTube.
bunch. Okay.
It's funny, yeah, I'm re-uploading them, but it is on my YouTube channel. And I
What is
have
your
it as a
channel?
playlist.
Is your
Just
channel It Takes a
Ashley.
Universe? Oh, okay.
It was It Takes the Universe, and then one was the Paper Pals, and then I was like at the top of this year, I was just like, it took me forever to monetize It Takes the Universe, and so then I was like, it's gonna probably take me years to monetize Paper Pals. So I was like, you know what? Top of this year, it's just gonna be one channel, my name, and I'll just
Get
have a
all the views in
playlist.
one.
Yeah, and I'll just have a
Hmm.
playlist for everything, and people will watch what they want to watch. So yeah, it's on
Hmm.
my YouTube channel, just Ashley_Parchment, and so I have a
Okay.
podcast for It Takes Universe, and I have a playlist for the Paper Pals comedy. Then I have a playlist for the improv series called The Expert. And then I have a playlist for like my
Okay.
acting vlogs. So it's just like, hey, this is my channel. I showcase artists of color in any way in sketch, improv, or podcast format. That's kind of like the whole
I will
spiel.
connect our video with your video, or with your channel, so we can. That way, it'll
Yes,
guide people
yes,
the right direction, and I'll put the
yes,
link on here
yes.
as
I know
well.
it's confusing. I know. I'm just like, I'm gonna basically all that you found on IMDb, I'm like re-uploading this year because it was on the other channel that I'm now putting on
Okay. Yeah, it's like
this
looking for
channel.
it. I'm like, I can't find it.
I
And it
can't
looked like
find
there were
it. I
other
know.
things. There were
I'm
other things called
sorry.
Paper Pals, I guess. And I'm like, this isn't you.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like the
Like a
most
lot of other things that were not you. But
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's
that's
on
a
my YouTube.
it's crazy though, because I were a lot of my work through the pandemic, a lot of my acting work was DEI work, different
Mm.
companies hiring us, and I would usually act like a really jerky middle-aged white guy because there's plenty of us. And it's just crazy how that work got killed once
Yes.
this guy came
Yes,
back.
exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's a true stat because of that. Um, all the diverse people were fired, and now 92% of like the hit
Nuts.
shows on TV are produced by white people. So I was like, yeah, see, if it
It
isn't
looks like the
required,
80s. TV
yeah,
is looking like the 80s right now. I'm
yes,
like, oh my
yes.
gosh.
So that's what casting directors were saying. I'm just like, yeah, if certain offices had a choice, they wouldn't hire diverse
It's
people.
it's
So,
gross. I'm sorry. It is
so yeah,
disgusting.
it's gross. Yeah, it's just like, so yeah, that's the reality right now. Yeah.
But for you, and on an up note, are you
Yes.
finding that the commercial world is much more rewarding at this point, or do you feel more the same?
Commercials are, I feel like they, I don't, are more diverse because I feel like I don't, I haven't met any like executives in person from commercials, usually like behind a desk in a meeting and they're like, yeah, approved. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like commercials have to be diverse. I'm not sure if it's wanted because
Yeah.
the people buying the products are diverse, so they know
Sure.
inherently that they need to reflect their audience,
Hmm.
to buy said product. So yeah, I definitely do feel like there's an abundance of auditions for diverse folks commercially, but 90% of commercials are non-union. Um,
That's tough. Yeah. I never did
yeah, and
commercial auditions.
yeah, and then now, back in the day, big actors would only do
Hmm.
film, and then they looked down upon TV shows and commercials, and then they started doing TV shows, and now you see big celebrities being guest stars now, and then
Yeah.
now they're doing commercials.
And taking our
So
jobs.
yeah, yeah. So you'll see all the celebrities being spokespersons now versus like a spokesperson role maybe changing somebody's life, an everyday actor. And so
Yeah.
now to book a national, it's like SAG Class A national is really hard because there's less of them. Now they're going to the
Hmm.
celebrities. And so it's like you kind of have to be either a sidekick of a celebrity to get a national, or the SAG nationals that I have booked have been very like short in promos, like, oh, this is just for Mother's Day, so it's only going to play for 3 months, and
Uh,
this is only for like Christmas, so it's only going to play for 3 months. I'm like,
of
no, I
course
want
you'll
like
take it.
a food
But
commercial that's playing for like 2 years. So yeah, definitely more diverse, but less chances of booking nationals.
My
As
sister-in-law
yeah,
has a farmer's, I guess it's farmer's insurance commercial that's on all
fun.
the time right
Oh,
now. It's
nice
like this, she gets sprayed
insurance.
by like a fountain. Yeah,
Yes,
it's amazing. But so this brings me to a
yes.
thing, and I imagine there's probably no residuals involved in this.
Loyalty is not a one-way street. Nice things happen to loyal friends. Maybe a free movie ticket falls off the back of a truck each month. Or somebody shaves 20% off your bill at concessions. It could be those online ticket fees just disappeared.
Are we gonna make somebody sleep with the fishes?
Whoa, whoa. We just do movie rewards. Welcome to the movie club.
Join Cinemark Movie Club and become a made member. Enjoy 20% off concessions, monthly ticket credits, and no online ticket fees.
Hit it, Tony. It's an offer you can't refuse.
Hey, Junior, pass some mints.
Oh, Junior.
I am a movie addict, so I literally go to the movies way too much. I see you. This is how I know her, everyone, because I see you on my big screen like twice a week.
Crazy. Yeah.
How did this come to be? And how has this meant something to you or been something good for you?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's a two-parter. So I guess I'll
Yeah.
do yeah. So crazy enough, this was a self-submission on Casting Networks.
Oh,
The
wow.
reason my agent didn't submit me to it is because technically for the callback, I was in Utah shooting another commercial
Okay.
for Truth Initiative X program, like an anti-vaping commercial. So I think she just saw the dates for the Cinemark thing and didn't submit me because she's like,
Just
oh,
wrote
Ashley's
it
out of
off.
town. But I still submitted.
Good for you.
So I was like, I'll make it work. So I did the
Yeah.
audition in person here in Los Angeles, and luckily, crazy enough, the commercial that I was in Utah for was the same exact casting director for Cinemark. So I was like,
Oh,
hey,
wow.
I'm in Utah because of you. Can I please
Oh, my
do a
God.
Zoom call back? And she was like, okay, let me ask. And so I think I was the only one to do it on Zoom, which, to me is already a disadvantage. But so basically
Sure.
I worked it out perfectly where I was like, okay, it's this time in LA, and what if, and you guys are holding the callbacks? I was like, can I please just do this on my lunch break? So I was shooting the commercial for Truth Initiative, and then it was fun fact, I guess, for a movie person. The house we were shooting this commercial in was the house they shot Halloween in, like the
Oh,
Halloween
cool.
movies. Yeah, yeah. I was
That's
like,
so
okay, thanks.
cool.
So I locked myself up in their laundry room, had a PA like guarding the door so somebody would walk in, and had my little iPad that I just bought with Zoom, and I didn't know it was tracking me, but I felt like it helped maybe. They hate when they
Okay.
track you for auditions. But yeah, I was just like walking, and then I was just like, are we gonna make somebody sleep with the fishes? No, I was like, okay, because I don't taste good, and they're like cracking up, whatever, and did different ways and like
Yeah.
improv, and I was like, okay, thanks, bye. The director, I think, was Terry Lee. He was super cool. I was like, okay, bye, thanks. Um,
hmm
and then ended up, yeah, booking it. So I'm grateful that since I've been doing commercials for over 10 years, that I was cool with the casting
Yeah.
director to ask for Zoom. That's usually maybe not the case for
Good for
majority of
you.
actors. But I was just like, hey, I wouldn't be in Utah if it literally wasn't for you. I would be there. So
You're
please.
a working actor. It's like the best sign. Like, oh, she
Yes.
books.
She's booked.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it's funny because I didn't recently post about this until like maybe this week, really. I posted like way back when I got it, just like, oh, here's my set day to commercial, just like as an actor
I
vlog.
wanted to talk to you about that because you were really hard to find. It sounds like I've stalked you. Sorry, I do go to the movies a lot, but
That's good.
as I mentioned, you become sort of not a joke, but we
Yeah,
use
yeah,
it as
yeah.
an intro
Of
to our
course.
movie
Of
show.
course.
But go on, please, and we'll discuss it more.
No, yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, so I just made a like when it first came out, which was like over a year ago. I made a like little actor vlog of real like of just like, oh, set day of like set day to
Mhm.
spot. And I was just like, that's it. I just titled it set day to spot. I didn't like tag Cinemark or anything.
Yeah.
And that was that. I think it's because since I do have immigrant parents and all of my accomplishments were just expected, never celebrated. Like I got a full scholarship into college, and I just got like a
Smarty pants.
Truly. It was like I'm at the computer opening it, and my mom's like, "Okay."
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, so I was like, just kind of like inherently taught that like what you accomplish should be expected. If you're hardworking, it should be expected, and never really celebrated. So for me, the Cinemark thing was
I'm
just
sorry.
like
Good
another
job.
commercial.
I'm telling you. Sorry.
So it was just like another, for me, I feel so bad when people like haven't booked yet or just started booking it. But for me, it was just like another commercial.
Sure.
You know, so I didn't really think much of it. I was like, oh, fun.
I get it from your perspective. I get that.
Yeah, this was like maybe, I was like, you know, by this time, I don't know, commercial, like somewhere 35, 36, I don't know, you know what I mean? So it was like, oh, great, another commercial. And I didn't think anything of it. Where I live in, like here in like LA, in the city part of LA, like there's more AMCs, and then usually Cinemarks are like more spread out cities. So like for me to go to a Cinemark, it depends. I mean, it could take me like 40 to an hour just because of LA traffic. So I was just like,
takes me 6 minutes.
That's crazy. Yeah. So it wasn't until recently there was a girl who, I guess she has like a Coca-Cola ad before like the AMC movies. And so she posted a reel of herself in the theater with her ad. And I was like, that's crazy. It's been a year and I've never seen this in person. I just have the copy. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go see the drama and go record.
The drama was good.
Yeah. I was like,
I just saw it.
You just saw it, yeah. So that's what so it wasn't only because she posted about it that I was like, I guess I should go see it. And she was like, she also posted another thing, and she was like, when it first came out, she had like a regular like carousel post, and she seemed so affected by it, like deeply affected, that she was like seeing herself on this screen. And it was like I think a shift for me. She was like, oh, it's good to see. And I love representation, but I'm glad that maybe, you know, girls can see this and look at me. And she was like really like her friends recorded her at the theater watching it. She was like really affected by it. And I was just like, am I so numb to my accomplishment? I wasn't even thinking that, like, yes, I guess in theory millions of people are seeing this every day before they go to
when they go to the movies. I think it's magic. I think it's so cool. That's why I wanted to talk to you.
You're so nice. I wasn't thinking about it at all. Like I said, it was like number 36 or something. So I was just like, okay. And I don't know why, but I think that shift of seeing her being so affected by it, and then her taking this reel, and people were like, oh my God, I see this all the time. So I was like, oh, for fun, I guess I should go see this and record this. And then, people on TikTok, I'm like, oh my God, you're the Fishes girl. Oh my God. And then there was somebody on Reddit, a friend told me about this. I don't know if you saw it.
I think I did when I was trying to find out your name. But go on.
It's crazy that commercials don't credit actors. Absolutely insane. That I'm like,
I saw other Cinemark people were tagged, and I think the lead guy in this commercial had posted about it.
Tagged. Yeah.
But I'm sorry, go on.
No. I can talk forever. So interrupt me whenever.
No, I love it. No, I love it.
But yeah, I'm always like a little irritated that they don't credit actors. I'm like, wait, thousands of people submitted.
And people people watch commercials. You see someone on TV, you're like, oh, that person's so good. Who is that? And they're so hard to find. You being a number one example.
Right. So my friend told me, he was like, hey, not to make assumptions, but are you in a Cinemark ad? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, just so you know, there's a whole Reddit thread about you, and they screenshotted you saying she's my Nicole Kidman.
I saw it. That's what I saw. And I'm like, where's her name? And I still couldn't find it.
Oh my! And I literally just created a Reddit 2 or 3 days ago just to comment, like, that's me. And whoever like uploaded on YouTube bootleg, I was like, that's me. Because I was like, yeah, this is crazy. They don't credit us. So I hope that answered both. Yeah. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought it was another commercial booking. And then it wasn't until, I saw the other, like, I guess AMC pre-ad girl really being affected by it that I was just like, I guess that's the whole point of it, like your interviews, right? No small roles. I guess to me, it felt small. I'm like, this isn't from a TV show. This isn't from a film.
It doesn't mean anything.
This is a commercial. It's telling you to sign up for a loyalty program.
And the movies is still a magical place. And you really stand out in this
thank
thing.
You. Yeah.
have any opportunities come from it yet? Now that you're actually attaching your name to it, maybe some will.
I know, maybe. I think it's literally just of last week that I posted, like that I
Okay.
made the Reddit and
Been on
commented
for
and
like
made
a
the reel.
year at least.
I know. I
I'm not
wasn't.
chastising you.
Yeah. You're like, how could you? I was like, I
What?
didn't know. I didn't. If I knew that Reddit thread existed, I would have commented when it was made. But it wasn't until a friend was like, you have a Reddit thread. I was like, no, I not on Reddit. I did not know. So who
I
knows?
I finally found you because I guess the casting director had posted, "Oh, yay, congrats to my team." And then it
Yeah.
like listed the cast. I'm like, "All right,
Thank
there."
God. Yeah,
Because
and it's so
every
funny. I
time
sent it to her.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go on.
No. I sent it. It's so funny. I sent her the copy because she, as a casting director, she's also like, it's so hard to get the copy from these people sometimes. So I was like, here you go. Like,
Yeah, luckily it was easy to find online too.
yeah.
No, but every time like I would go to the movies, my co-host of this other show we do, he'll send a picture, a screenshot of that commercial to me, and I'll do it when I'm at the movies. Just like, oh, here's that thing. I'm going to show you quickly how we use it in our show.
Okay.
It's very silly, but here goes.
You have to try. You have to care. For me. You're my friend.
Are we gonna make somebody sleep with the fishes?
Do not eject! Do not eject! Do not eject this!
It's very
Trauma.
sad. I
Trauma.
know.
And then somebody's like,
And you make a light of Artex drowning.
right. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and then we
I'm
would
so
introduce a movie after that. But
That's
it's so
fun.
cool. You've got to
that's so
take
fun.
advantage of that. But there's like no residual thing from that. I assume.
Right. What an illegal
Yeah.
world. I would be, me and probably the AMC girl would probably be really filthy.
Is there
rich.
is there some sort of buyout? How does that work with such a
Yeah, it was
thing?
another non-union thing. So just a one-time
Oh.
buyout that to me is not what it should have been.
No, for all the
So,
people that are
seeing it. Yeah. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to step away from the industry because
Mm.
I told my commercial agent this, and of course she doesn't want me to leave if I'm booking commercials, right? I was like, hey, so now it's like 50 plus in. It's not like the 80s where like every majority of the things were SAG Class A nationals where you could book
Yeah.
one and like pay your bills from one. And also it's never like, oh, Ian was really funny in that commercial. We should call him in for a co-star or a guest star. It's not
Mhm.
translating to that.
Uh,
So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is just another spot. So that's kind of like where I was.
Yeah.
I decided at the top of the year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet with one agent that I have a few friends with, theatrically speaking, that they really like. And if I vibe with her, I'll keep going. And if I don't, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And she was like, no, I got you. I'll pitch
Oh,
you.
good.
Like so I was like, okay, so we'll see. Because yeah, I was struggling on finding like an agent or manager, theatrically speaking, that I felt like was getting me the auditions that I wanted and could really pitch me well, because some agents can't. I was like, no,
Sure.
I want to be on a sitcom. I want to be on Abbott. I want to be on St. Dennis Medical. If we do drama, I want to be on the Pit. Like so that's kind of where I am. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm so grateful to book these, but it doesn't seem
Mhm.
it doesn't seem like the more I'm booking them translates
It's
to any theatrical assistance in any
It
way.
hasn't led to really any sort of traction. You're like, maybe in the commercial world, they're like, oh, let's get her again, or someone that's like
Yeah.
her.
Commercially,
Okay.
sure. Theatrically, no. And my long-term goal is
So you
theatrically.
are with this agent now. This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So are you getting some of those opportunities that you sort of want?
Yeah, it's only been like a few months, but she's already gotten me
That's
auditions
amazing.
that my previous reps were not. So I was just
Okay.
like, okay, here's the universe, I guess, telling me to stick it out again.
Good
But
for
yeah,
you. No, that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, I have faith in myself and my abilities. I just don't really have faith in the industry.
Yeah. Well, and it's still
yeah.
so sparse post-strike. Things are still really
Yeah.
not cool.
There's like less than half productions as they were like back in 2022 than there is now in LA. Everyone's
It's
like leaving
crazy.
LA. Yeah.
Yeah. Everywhere, like New York and the South, it's just like it's not good.
Yeah,
There's
so
maybe more
commercials.
this year than last year, but
We'll see. We'll see. So hence making my own sketches and doing the YouTube and yeah.
I want to ask you, I don't want to keep you forever, though I'm
Okay.
going to. Just another 4 hours. Is that cool?
Okay, totally good.
Okay, I read that you are a coach. I assume that's not football or baseball. It's probably some sort of acting coach or something. And
Yeah, I just started
motivation.
that this year. Yeah, I put actor, commercial coach, motivation. Yeah, that's something.
Okay.
Okay, since I felt like this year is kind of my last hurrah, I was like, okay, let's see what one
But
year
now
will
you
give
don't
me.
feel that way.
I'm giving it a year, essentially. I'm giving it this year to see
Come
what
on.
happens.
Give it
Um,
two. Give it 2 years.
give
But
it
go on.
to basically, I told myself, okay, I was like, okay, I have maybe two because I'll explain. But yeah, it's like I was like, okay, now I finally have an agent that I feel like can get me in certain rooms that I wasn't getting before. And I was like, well, recently, back in February, March, I was fired from my day job for a third time. So as an actor, I was just like, I don't even feel stable in my security job.
Oh,
So I was just like, I, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this if I can't even feel stable in a day job, and then also finding a day job that's flexible with acting is such a
sure.
struggle. So I was like, okay, let's see what this agent can get me. And this year, since I have helped people book their first commercials and I have helped people get repped, and
Yeah.
people are like, oh my God, you should coach, you should go. I was like, okay, I'm going to create my own course since I've taken 10 different commercial courses.
Hmm.
Um, I was like, okay, this year, 2026, I'll make the course, and then 2027, I'll launch it. And if
Okay.
YouTube and commercial income and commercial course income can be like my
Yeah.
day job, then I will stick to it. But if not, I'm just like, I can't keep doing this.
The
Like,
mentality you were raised on, I think you're going to be able to do it. You sound stronger than most. Oh, I want to take it back though. How did your parents take it when they knew that you were finally going to do this as a career?
well, not well at all. Which I never really understood. Like, I understand like the whole sentiment maybe at the beginning when I was fresh, when I was telling them,
Yeah,
like I can understand the sentiment. But I personally like never want to be married. I never want to have kids. So I'm just like, it's not like I'm like trying to, which is fine, people do it. It's not like I have five
sure.
kids and I'm surviving off of, an acting dream, which is fine. But I'm just like, yeah, there's nothing for like you to worry about. Like, I'm gonna find a
You're going to,
way.
and you seem healthy and you're not on drugs.
On drugs, not on Ozempic. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, no, my dad doesn't really accept it to this day. He still wants me to do the corporate route, and my mom
but
is
you would
kind of,
die.
yeah,
You would die.
and
Yeah, you
my
can't do that.
mom is kind of like also doesn't want me to do it, but is not as like headstrong as my dad about it. She's always kind of like hinting at like, oh, it seems difficult. You should probably not do it anymore, kind of vibe. So no, they're not like, it's not like a happy ending at all. They don't want me doing this.
Well, if by chance they ever see this, as someone from the outside, not really knowing you, certainly not knowing them, I think you're on the right track. I think
Oh,
you're doing what you
thanks.
should be doing. And I think you're awesome.
Oh,
And
you're
I
so
will
sweet.
continue to applaud you every time I see you on
Thank
the
you.
big screen, but I'm not letting you go because you haven't told me your kiss and tell yet.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Your kiss
I
and
had
tell was food,
Yeah, it's food. I'm just like, how many stories? I guess a
but you can
bad
tell them all.
experience.
I
I guess
love
a
the
bad
bad ones.
experience is, I guess I'll tell you two, because one I feel like
Yeah.
the first one is food, but I feel like the second one relates to your no small roles, but just the kind of the reality of the industry.
Okay.
But the first one, another non-union commercial.
Yeah.
I always tell actors like, if you don't feel like you're not being respected, I will walk off set. Like, no commercial is worth like
Hmm.
me being unhappy on set.
Agreed.
But I flew to Texas for a commercial, and you wake up early, go LAX flight, then they pick you up to the fitting. So me and the two other actors are starving, clearly. I noticed like food in the trash. I'm like, the producers have eaten. Interesting. Um,
Oh.
and so they're like, oh, it should be quick. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything because we're gonna leave soon. No, an hour turns into 2 hours. And I was like, hey, so are we gonna be fed? Oh, are you guys hungry? I was like, yeah, yeah, we are hungry. They're like, okay, okay, we'll just take pictures and then send you on your way. And I was like, okay. They're like, we'll be here to pick you up at 9. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'll wake up at 7. I'll work out at the gym. 7 a.m. they call me like, can you come to set right now? I was like, isn't my call time 9? And then they were like, oh, we want to move things around. So we would like to just do your commercial first. And I was like, okay, I see that like the breakfast ends at 7 though. So should I just eat here at the
Yeah.
hotel? Like the breakfast they serve, or will you save me a hot plate? And the PA was like, oh yeah, I'll save you a hot plate. I was like, cool. And I get to set and like thrown into a makeup chair. I was like, okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'll let them finish my makeup first. And then they throw me on set. And I was like,
You-
I was
You're like, I
so,
haven't eaten.
yeah, I was like, hey, so, hey girl, so where's like my hot plate? And you could tell she forgot because she went,
Oh.
and I was like, she's like, oh, I totally forgot. But there's like granola and there's like yogurt. And I was like, okay. And I went to the director and I wasn't even trying to be, I said it like this. I just looked him in the eyes. I was like, hey, so if I don't eat, I'm going to throw up. I was like, I'm not one of those people that miss breakfast. Like I eat all my meals with my snacks. I need food if I'm supposed
Yes.
to be improvising take after take after
If
take.
brain needs to function.
And they're like,
Yeah.
oh. And
So
then
they
they're
go, yo,
like,
grilled cheese. I'm
grilled
sorry.
chilies. And then we DoorDash something like 45 minutes later. And then I eat it. And then I shoot my commercial. I then we have lunch. So I was like, okay, great. I'm not gonna spend my per diem for tomorrow. I have my half of my DoorDash and half of the food from catering. And then I shoot my commercial and I get back to my holding area and my food is gone. They threw away
What?
my food
No.
as they were cleaning up the area. I was like, so you saw a bag with a laptop and 2 food items on top of the laptop and you thought this is trash.
So that's horrible.
So it was so weird. I was just like, why am I not supposed to be eating?
Have
in
you not
Texas?
eaten since then?
Right.
Are you? Oh my God.
So that was like a wild. I guess I have many stories, but I was like, I feel like that's a short,
And that's perfect.
concise one that I'm like, speak up for yourself because the other actors weren't speaking for themselves when they, when we got
There's
off
a
the
lesson
flight,
in that.
they were just like, I don't want to say anything. I
Yeah,
was
of
like,
course. I don't want to
"Food?
shake up anything. Yeah.
Food? I was like,
And it's for their benefit, so you can function and act
Yeah.
well.
And then on set again, food. So I'm always trying to tell people to speak up, and I'll speak up for others. But something I'm also learning is like happy to speak up for others, but they like. I hope they want me to speak up for them because I've asked like, do you want me to say something? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, I'm
Oh.
happy to say something.
Everyone's
Like,
scared.
everyone's
Yeah.
scared. So I think that's the lesson. Just speak up.
Advocate for
basic-
yourself.
Yes.
Mm.
And then I guess the second one is the no small roles thing. I booked a role in the Netflix film. We Have a Ghost, and there was no script attached. It was completely improvised. Look at that. And no script attached, and we completely wrote the whole thing, which I feel like we should get writer credit. And I sent in 2 takes, and I was like so excited. The rate was so low, lower than a non-union commercial, crazy. And then
Wow.
I watched the film and they cut my thing.
We've all been there.
So that's why I was like, yeah, I never post about anything until I see it. But basically it was supposed to be like the lead is like scrolling through TikTok and they come across my TikTok and they just cut it out. And so if
But you
anyone
did the
watches
job. It's still
Yeah.
worth celebrating. Okay, so I'm sorry, if someone watches it.
So technically I'm in it, but it feels like background work essentially because I guess after the
get it.
ghost in this movie goes trending online, then they do a mashup of like all the, TikToks or reels, like, and it fills the
Yeah.
screen. So I'm like in there.
Oh, so you are there.
I am in it, but with I guess technically with dialogue because they're playing all the audio of all the reels at the same time.
So you should get residuals, even though it's Netflix.
I do get residuals actually, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
But they're pennies,
Yeah, everything is right now.
They're
I had
pennies.
one I was so excited about. I told everyone, I'm like, I had these lines with Robert Downey Jr. It's in this movie, The Judge. And it comes out and I look like, no offense to background actors, I respect that, but
you look like
just
background.
me sitting in the court, not saying anything. And I'm like,
Ugh.
oh, that was my first time and it was kind of devastating, but I've learned.
Yes.
It
At
happens
least we
all
have the
the time.
devastating thing out the way.
Yeah. You've sort of shared it already, but do you have any advice for up and coming actors? You are a coach. Anything that you wish you had known coming up in it? No, but it's all the same.
Yeah, I feel like the commercial advice that I have applies to theatrical as well.
Yeah.
I think the number one thing is no one when casting or agents are looking at you, no one should be confused on how they can pitch you. So I always tell people, like, for your headshots, you need to pick 3 to 5 characters that you don't have to listen to, that you want to go out for. So what shows do you want to be on and what movies you want to be on, and choose 3 to 5 characters and headshot looks that match that. And
Yeah.
what are they wearing? Wear that. And color, the color behind you is important. Like, blue is my main backdrop for my commercials because blue is trustworthy. That's why, like, Chase and Blue Cross Blue Shield, like, that's why they use it. So I'm like, choose your colors accordingly and choose your wardrobe accordingly, and think those thoughts, behind your eyes for those headshots. It can't just be like you change your shirt over and you're just like, so pick
it's the
3 to
same
5
shot.
characters. Exactly. Oh my God. That you want to go out for, and then each headshot should have a clip, an acting clip that correlates with that character, so that when, you know what I mean, it's just like, think.
You mean like on Actors Access, like the slate shot, or is that, or am
You
I?
can have the slate shot,
Okay.
but no, an actual acting clip. And I'm like, with our phones these days in portrait mode, like, you can film anything, or if you have a friend with a camera, film something. But I'm like, say if it's like, like me, I want to be in a sitcom, just like have a conversation with your girlfriend about somebody, some guy, or you lost something, something inconvenient. Do a 2-shot and do a 1-shot, so it looks like it's from something, but you have your little, like, comedic headshot with your comedic acting clip. Every headshot should have an acting clip that correlates with that character, so that nobody is confused on who you are and if you can do it.
That's great.
And like, that would be my advice. Have the 3 to 5 characters that you want to book. Your wardrobe is important, the backdrop color is important, and then an acting clip that correlates with that exact headshot.
That's great.
So that it will be clear to both casting and an agent of how they can submit you to roles. And I feel like that's night and day information that I wish I knew.
No, that's great though. And would that be on casting networks? Where do you
that
have
would be?
these?
I would say on both. For theatrical, I feel like, that's pretty much Actors Access. For commercials, you can also upload that clips, but for commercials, they're more so looking at skills like bike riding, improv,
rollerblading. That one's kind of dated.
Exactly. Whatever skill that you see on, because Casting Networks has the, like, skill list. I would say, like, only click off the skills you can do today if somewhere to put you on set. Not like, oh, I could learn to do that by time the shoot comes in 2 weeks. So I would say whatever skill you can actually do today on Casting Networks, you should have, like, a little 20-second clip of that.
Don't lie, people.
Don't lie. They move fast. They don't want to imagine that you can do it. Like, if I submit to someone playing a basketball role and it's just like my regular headshot versus, like, you submit to it with your basketball in your hand and you have a clip of playing basketball, they're going to call you in over. So clips.
I'm not going to do that though. I'm not going to have a basketball photo because I don't do sports.
If you have an athletic little tank or jersey,
I jog. I can jog. I have jogging in my skills.
Little jogging, little
I pet
athletic
dogs.
T-shirt, little Nike.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you have a little runny person. Do you have any hocus pocus, anything you need to do when you get on set beyond eating, or just get on set and do your job?
For, I guess, commercially, I always like to have, they do give you the script, but I always look at the script beforehand, even if it's like, because most of the commercials I book are comedy and dialogue heavy, versus I know some model-y friends that are not booking anything with dialogue because it's just like voiceover and they're just like doing actions.
And they still get a lot of money.
So for me,
not fair.
I know, it's like I have to learn a skill and they just are beautiful. I'm always looking at the script prior so that I want to come to set with, like, a bunch of buttons or a different ways to do it. Like the Top Golf commercial I did with the directors who did it were Tim and Eric, which is really cool. I did it with different emotions. Like, it was like somebody, like, the first half of the commercial bumps into me and I spill my drink. So it's like, oh, I want to either do it aggravated, like, what the heck? Or maybe I'm a people pleaser, like, oh, sorry. Like, people who apologize for something they didn't do. So I always try to prepare it with different emotional point of views and then a ton of, like, improv buttons. Because for me, that's what I'm booking most of the time. Like the Skyscanner commercial that I have out right now, which is like everywhere, which is crazy.
Mhm.
So much improv. They never make it, by the way. The improv never makes it. It's just like for them. I feel like the producers just want to laugh. Um, I just come with so much improv, so I always prepare
That's good
my
giving them
improv.
options because a
Yeah.
lot of people go in with a locked idea. This is what I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
then you have no flexibility. So that's great.
Yeah. So that's what makes me feel good is like preparing. I don't ever just go on set like and be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is my set lines. Cool. I'm like, no, they might
Let's
change
go.
this. They might have a
Mhm.
different tone. They might want different buttons. So I come having that. And of course, if they even ask for more,
Sure.
then hopefully my improv training will back me up in the moment improv.
I'm sure it
But
does.
yeah, that's what I always do.
That's all. Do you have any dream opportunity? I think this might be my last question.
Oh, you're
Any
fine. Yeah. Yeah, it would
this year's
be.
gonna work after this year really does work and all those things that you're arranging for this 1 year. So beyond that.
Yes, we'll see. Yeah, it's always to work with Quinta Brunson and Issa Rae in any capacity. So even if I hope I can get on Abbott, even though I feel like a lot of the co-stars are kids, but even if it's not Abbott, just in some capacity to be like I'm on
Yeah.
screen with Quinta in something, and same thing with
Yeah.
Issa, I'm on screen with Issa in something or a production of hers. But for I guess myself outside of like roles is to build the YouTube where it is like a podcast people are really tuning into and learning from, or people actually taking my course and like booking commercials and getting their first reps. I'm like, making
Yeah.
to make actors money and to have my podcast interviews in person, and have it at an event. And for Paper Pals Comedy, my sketch series, and the Expert, my improv series, to also like have variety shows at like comedy theaters,
Mhm.
for predominantly POC cast
Yeah.
and audience. So to be able to be my own boss from YouTube and this course and be able to help as many POC creatives as possible is like the ultimate. And obviously like booking
Yeah.
roles that more people will know me for will then only help that goal. Yeah.
That maybe will get you residuals as well. I think these things are going to happen, and you just listed a decent amount of things, which I think are very plausible, and you are worthy of these opportunities. So
thank you.
thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you want to promote? Again, your YouTube channel?
Just my YouTube. It's
Okay.
Ashley_Parchment, and that's where you can find the It Takes Universe podcast, the Paper Pals comedy sketch series, the Expert improv series, my vlogs, and like educational videos of like how to get a commercial agent, how to start background working, what exclusivity, perpetuity, buyout means, contracts, all the stuff like I wish I knew. So everything is there.
I could learn from you. Should they follow you on Instagram as well, or do
If
you
they
not?
wish, if you wish.
I have that
There-
prepared.
Ashley Papel. Yes, last name is Parchment like paper. Papel is just paper
Papel.
in French and Spanish.
Yeah.
People always think it's my last name, even though Parchment is in my bio.
I thought so. I did think it was. Then I looked closer. I'm like, oh, that's
I think
my
I'm
wife
gonna
speaks French,
change
so
it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change it because a lot of people think that. Because somebody I think on a YouTube comment was like, "Oh, Ashley Papel is the girl from Cinemark," and I was like, "Well, if people are basing it off of that comment, they're not gonna find me."
make
So,
sure people know though, because I think that will lead to other opportunities. I really do. I know the job's
I
fun for
commented
you.
back.
Okay,
I made a whole Reddit thread myself, like, "Hey, this is me."
it's about time. Oh yeah, I saw you
didn't
did some
know-
video with it behind you, but
I
yeah,
didn't know people. I didn't know people like that was in thoughts of people's minds. Was this little
it is
commercial?
kind of cool that people remember it after they see a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of cool because movie
That is
you would think
cool.
it would erase their brain. But anyway, thank you so much for your time, Ashley
Yes.
Parchment.
Thank you.
Everyone like, share, tell your friends, and stalk Ashley respectfully on her YouTube channel and on Instagram.
Yes.
Stand by for 1 second and
Okay.
goodbye, everyone.
No